Hi, I'm Wendy Garner for Children's of Alabama. Your child doesn't feel well, but when should you take them to the emergency department? Joining me right now is Dr. Sam Strachan, who's a pediatric emergency medicine fellow, helping me along with your title because it's a long one. So good to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to be here.
This is a tough decision. First of all, how many emergency room visits do you have here at Children's alone?
Well, at Children's, we see quite a few per year, approximately 80,000 visits in the emergency department per year.
And a good portion of those probably don't need to be in the emergency department. Is that correct?
This is true, and we will see everyone that comes. That's our job, but you may be better served by waiting to see your pediatrician either later that day or the next morning.
And so I think that speaks to the first point, is every child in the state should have a pediatrician.
This is right. Every child should be established with a pediatrician before an emergency arises.
And so if a child isn't feeling well, it's the middle of the night, I'm worried my child has a high fever, what should I do?
So you can always call your pediatrician on-call number for advice. If this is the first day of fever, you can always try Motrin or Tylenol, depending on the age of the child, to see if that helps. If the child looks otherwise well and is drinking well, playing well in between fevers, then you can really wait to see your pediatrician that next morning.
When is a trip to the emergency department warranted?
So we really like to say any serious injuries, trouble breathing, not drinking enough, peeing less than 2 times, 3 times in a day. These are signs that your child should be seen that day.
And what about high fever? Because you do see a lot of cases over high fever, but like you mentioned, those could be sort of handled at home.
Right, and a lot of parents get really concerned for fever in 104, 105. However, this is the body's natural defense mechanism against infections, and children can really deal with high fevers that high a lot better than adults can.
What about if you're dealing with a baby?
Right, so babies are a little bit different. Any baby less than 2 months old, and your pediatrician probably already told you this if you have a new baby, should be seen right away for any fever greater than or equal to 100.4.
Okay, and the reason why it's important to not go to the emergency room when it's not a true emergency is what?
Well, on the front end, you're taking away resources from children that really need it, more seriously ill children. And also for the parents and the child, your pediatrician will probably be able to give better care for long-term issues. They know your child, they know your child's history, so it should be better to see your pediatrician. All
right, some very good tips. Thank you so much, Dr. Strachan. We appreciate it and appreciate the work you do as well. And if you would like to learn more about this or other health and safety related topics, just go to our website, childrensal.org.